Here's a little snippet of the day. Charlie, Charlie, woo!
Today's video is sponsored by Earth Breeze.
Hi flower friends, it's Nicole from Flower Hill Farm, and I have been, just a wee bit absent on the YouTube, and guys, I have to tell you, it has been an absolutely insane month and a half, really, at the nursery. We opened up on April 26th, and we've been open 7 days a week. I've been working about 15-hour days just here. 7 days a week. So I know a lot of you guys are messaging me and saying, where are you? We miss you on YouTube. I missed being on YouTube, but in the reality of things, this store being open, it was just so busy that I literally didn't have any time to do anything else but be basically the owner of a business. That's what I've been doing for the past 5 weeks. But I want to share with you guys everything that's been going on. I have been taking video clips as often as possible, so I thought I would string all of the videos all together in this one basically summary of right before opening all the way up till the end of May. So you'll be seeing bits and pieces from behind the scenes before opening.
We actually need to split this into 2 parts. So this is part 1 of a 2-part video.
I hope this, guys, gives you your Flower Hill fix that so many of you have been asking for. So here's a recap of the month of May. Hi flower friends, it's Nicole from Flower Hill Farm, and I am opening in just 3 days, so we are prepping for that, but it's also time for me to start my warm season annuals, and that includes zinnias, and I have some new zinnias that you might have seen or you might have heard of. So I'm gonna get some soil blocks made up, and we'll talk about these amazing new zinnias from Floret. Oh, it looks like Brandon just pulled in. Ash is coming today. So all hands on deck as we prep to open up on Friday. Okay, there's magic inside. So these I've had for a while now, and these are Floret Originals. Now, Erin Benzicane from Floret, she is a flower farmer in the state of Washington, and she has spent, like Sunflower Steve, has spent a long time developing new varieties. Where Steve has been working on sunflowers, Floret, Erin has been working on zinnias, celosia, and a few other things as well. And she, for the first time ever, put these out for sale, and I'm sure many of you are well aware of this, and many of you ordered. There were tens of thousands of orders. In fact, I made 2 orders about 20 minutes apart, and I think there were 20,000 numbers in between them. So there are a lot of people who are growing these this year, and I am one of them. I am very excited to grow these at my farm. Now, I am starting these seeds here at the nursery today because I'm here. I've got helpers with me, and I definitely just need to start the seeds wherever I am. And the only way to get these done is to do it here. I will bring them home when I'm done. So let's go over some of the varieties that I'm growing. I'm very excited about these. So this, I ordered 2 different things. So I have some celosia and then her new zinnias. I'll talk about the celosia first. This is celosia Glowing Embers. Look at the gorgeous rust color that we have here. And obviously Erin's husband Chris, not obviously, but in case you don't know, Erin's husband Chris takes all of the photos. And this one is called Spun Sugar. It's kind of a mixture of like sherbet colors. They're just gorgeous and they scream fall. Okay, I don't think I got any other celosia. I went a little bit crazy. I wanted everything, of course, but I didn't order everything, but maybe I did. I don't know. I don't think I did. Okay, so first we start with the Dawn Creek series. Dawn Creek is a flower that I have grown before, but Floret has pulled different colors out, and so they have 3 different varieties. We have Dawn Creek Peach, which is obviously a peach variety of the Dawn Creek series. We have Dawn Creek Honey, which is slightly different, has more of a warm glow to the petals. And then we have Dawn Creek Blush, which is more of the light pinks and blush colors. Absolutely gorgeous. So those are the Dawn Creek varieties that Erin has been working on. And then we have this unicorn mix. Amazing, huge, double, bright. It's almost like a rainbow of colors right in this. It's called the unicorn mix. And then Little Flower Girl, which this is something that I've grown before. They're miniature. They're almost like this, between the size of $1 and $50. They're really cute colors, almost like pale pinks all the way through peachy apricot colors. I've grown it before. I loved it. Some of them have like an open center where you can see the center of the zinnia, and then some of them are absolutely full just like in the packet, some have a center you can see and some are completely doubled. And then we have Golden Hour. Golden Hour is more apricots and peaches, like it says, Golden Hour, kind of that sunset feel. Really excited about these. I think I'm almost most excited about these last three. So much so that I bought 2 packets of each because I wanted to have as much as possible. So I have here Victorian Wedding, 2 packets of each. This is the extra double and just a beautiful mix of pastel Victorian colors. Can't wait to grow these. Okay, so then we have Alpenglow, which is, it says subtle romantic mix of the softest range of creamy linen, pale peach, and dusty rose. These are extra large blooms. I mean, I've seen some pictures and images that she has where these are like bigger than a baseball. They're just really a good size bloom. I can't wait for those. And I think that I'm almost most excited about this variety. It's called Precious Metals, and it has similar shades as the Alpenglow, but the underside of these petals have a turquoise dusted with lavender, and she says that it gives the flowers, it gives them a metallic quality. So this is called Precious Metals. So these are just some of the zinnias. Obviously, I'm still growing all of my Benary Giants. I'm heavy this year on lilac, purple, red. The dark red is one of my favorites. And then the salmon ones are also great. So I'm growing a huge variety of zinnias. These ones I would say are the Alpenglow, the Precious Metals, the Golden Hour. They're on the larger side. And then the other ones are a little bit on the smaller side. And then I have the 2 varieties of Celosia. So today I'm gonna start, I think I'm gonna go ahead and start with Precious Metals, and I'm gonna start get this going, and then when Ash gets here, I'm gonna have her take over and plant the rest of the zinnias today. I have 2 packets of Precious Metals. Let me get my, I have 1 tray labeled and ready to go with my soil blocks. I'm going to label my tray and then get to planting. Precious Metals, let's see, we've got, I don't know how many seeds are in a packet. I honestly don't know, but I'm guessing, well, guess what? We'll be able to tell because I'm using soil blocks and there's 20 in each block. So I've always kind of been a little bit specific about putting the pointy end of the zinnia seed down. And then a couple years ago, my grandfather was just literally setting them on the soil block and they all germinated. So while I'm still inclined to push them down into the soil, I'm not gonna be that worried about which way is which, because as Grandpa proved by his experiment that he didn't know he was doing, it doesn't matter really. Seeds are gonna grow because that's what seeds wanna do. I specifically know after planting the first packet that there were 20, 40, 60, 65, 66 seeds in the first packet. So I'm gonna open up the second packet, finish out this tray, and maybe even have some left over. I think there might actually be more in this one. Let's see. $54, $55, $56, $57, $58, $59, $60, $61, $62, $63, $64, $65, $66, $67, $68, $69, $70, $71, $72, $73, $74, $75. So there were more. I just ran out of soil blocks. So back into the packet it goes. So 75 in this one, 66, oh, 67. There's one in the bottom of the packet. So not too bad. On to the next. Okay, I'm gonna make some more soil blocks and then set them aside for when Ash gets here because I have way too much going on. I actually had to buy a second soil blocker because I have 2 locations. It's been kind of tricky of where's my stuff. So when I was home and I would, you know, be like, oh, I want to go start some seeds, I'd be like, oh, my soil blocker is at the shop. So I ordered a second one. So if you guys are interested, they are available. This arrived to me in like 48 hours. I think I ordered it on a Sunday night and it delivered on Tuesday. I don't live in a metropolitan area where we can get next day deliveries on most things. But so 2 days is kind of really good for us. The only thing I don't love about this one is that it doesn't have the rubber coating that I put on my original, my OG soil blocker. I put soil in here and brought it here because Vermont compost Fort V is what I think works best when it comes to soil blocking. I've tried using other things like a Pro Mix, Pro Mix, it's great for baskets, for pots, but when it comes to soil blocking, I find that if you use a Pro Mix or something that's not Fort V, or if you don't make your own, because there are some recipes out there to make your own, but I find that it falls apart in the tray when you water it. And Fort V does a really good job of sticking together. I'm gonna go ahead and label the tray as well so she knows exactly what to do when she gets here. And I'm using this tray. I'll use another, what did I get? 2 packets of Victorian Wedding. Yes. So I'll have her do Victorian Wedding in this tray, and then I'm gonna get to go in the back. I've got to clean stuff, and Miranda's back there watering and cleaning up perennials right now, and then my dad's coming to pick up some of his equipment that he left in the big greenhouse so that we're kind of all cleared out for opening day. Okay, this tray is ready to go. All right, let me go figure out what else I need to do. I don't think Ash is coming today, so change of plans. I will be seating, I just got coffee number 3, and I am gonna be seating Victorian Wedding on my own, which is totally fine. Miranda's still here. She's in number 5 watering the big house. I just made a new thing of fertilizer because we go through so much fertilizer. Having 6 lines of drip irrigation with a double basket hang, 100 feet long, we go through a lot of fertilizer. So I just made a new 5-gallon bucket of fertilizer. I'd like to have a 20-gallon tub back there so I don't have to do it as often. That would be super helpful. So this is Victorian Wedding, and I'm gonna go and do it the same way because I have 2 packets, so it should fill this entire flat. And now, more about the sponsor of today's video. It's Earth Breeze. Earth Breeze is your plastic-free solution to doing laundry. Earth Breeze comes in this plastic-free packaging. There's no mess and no plastic jug. You just tear it open. The eco sheets are right inside this package. Use as much as you need according to your load size. Small load, just use half a sheet.
With Earth Breeze, their flexible subscription plans can be adjusted, paused, or canceled at any time without penalty. For every pack sold, Earth Breeze donates 10 loads to charity.
This little package can clean up to 60 loads. They look like dryer sheets, but they're not, and they actually dissolve in hot or cold water. Head to earthbreeze.com/flowerhill to get started with 40% off today. Again, that's earthbreeze.com/flowerhill for 40% off your subscription. Thanks to Earthbreeze for sponsoring this video. Here is the tray of precious metals. Yep, precious metals. And I'm going to spritz these and then cover them with cellophane and put them on my heat mat. They're gonna be joining my tomatoes, which I'm also gonna be potting up today. They're gonna be over here joining these tomatoes, and the tomatoes actually, we need to start potting these ones up today into 6 packs. These are big beef, and I already have the tags ready to go. Using this one to spritz, spritz, spritz. Just gonna reuse a piece of cellophane from the tomatoes. And I found my next project. I had some plugs brought in, Roseanne Brown Lisianthus and Cherry Sorbet. I'm going to pot these up into 6 packs for sale. I want to show you guys a new bloom in the greenhouses. It is called Flying Scotsman Fuchsia. Had to get it, my dad's name is Scott, so he's a Flying Scotsman. And the buds are huge. I know it's weird to say this, but I kind of want to eat it, even though I'm not gonna. Okay, here are some of the fuchsia baskets. And this is Flying Scotsman, and look at the size of these buds. I mean, that's massive. I'm obsessed. It's so pretty. I really love it. Look at that petal. It's just layers and layers and layers of gorgeous petals. But that's about all I have as far as blooms so far on these varieties. I'm working on getting them bushier. I pinched them the one time. You guys saw Spencer and Ash pinch them in an earlier video, but I'm thinking maybe they need a second pinch. Not now, it's too late now, but maybe next year I need to pinch them earlier and more often to get them as bushy as possible. Okay, back to seed starting. I have lime basil and Mrs. Burns citrus lemon basil. And I just made these soil blocks and labeled the tray. Whoops. And labeled the trays.
That's great news.
Ash is here. She's doing my basil. So yay! I wasn't sure if you're coming today, so we are all hands on deck.
Lemon and
I'm so
lime
excited.
here to play.
And guess what? Andrea Lee is here with a shipment of pottery. Wait till you see this, guys. We have amazing Andrea Lee pottery. She always brings me an assortment, fills the back of her car, and she lets me pick out what I want to keep. And I chose all of these beauties. Oh, she has such a good arrangement, assortment. Look at this, like a Victorian lady. Come on now. Look at that. There's a couple of them. And then she's got a lot of dragonflies. And we love, so I have these available for opening day. Andrea's pottery is always a huge hit. I said, can I take your picture? So here is a look at Andrea. She has her own studio about 25 minutes north of here. So I've been there. It's fun. It's very small. It's like a shed. She just does it's a little pottery shed. And I'm so excited. She's actually going to open her studio up in a couple weeks and have like an open house there. So I'm happy for her. So thank you, Andrea. We always love your stuff. Okay, the basil is done, planted. We got lemon and lime. These are for the farm. I just potted up some peppers and some baby peppers that need to be potted up. Got a whole bunch of new seeds started. The zinnias, the basil, I did some celosia. So we got a lot done today. Brad is here. He's grabbing the Kubota and the roller, and we're gonna get home and start work at the farm. Got a lock up in number 5. Oh man, it is looking good in here. Wow. Wow. Look at that. It's amazing. It's called Splash Dance Violet Vogue, and it is so good. All right, I'm just back here to lock up for the night and get working on the farm. Hi, flower friends. It's Nicole from Flower Hill Farm, and tomorrow is opening day. So I'm a little bit of a scramble, going crazy, honestly. It's very overwhelming, but we have stuff to do and I just need to get it done. So today I have, Ash is here right now. She's pricing some more stuff. I already have all of my lists for prices created, so I got to print those out, laminate them. My mom is coming. She's on her way here right now. She's going to take care of the front of the shop. She's going to make everything in there pretty, sweep up, make sure everything out is displayed. I have t-shirts and boxes and coffee mugs and stuff like that still. So she's going to be taking care of all of that. And I'm just going to run around like a chicken with my head cut off and going from house to house. See, here is the big house, greenhouse number 5. Everything in here is basically ready to go. I've got to move some stuff, maybe widen the aisles just a little bit. But honestly, guys, as soon as stuff starts leaving the greenhouse, the space will open up very quickly. I am honestly, the enchanted evening baskets, they're so beautiful. They were my favorite last year. Everything is growing really nicely. We are having some sunny days finally, so the leggy petunias are kind of catching up. Oh my goodness. I feel like these baskets up here, those are going to be the first to go. I'm really not encouraging people to buy annuals yet. So I'm hoping that people come and buy a little bit, but not a lot, because we still have weeks before our last frost. So it's really not safe to put out anything yet, except for maybe some pansies. Petunias can handle colder temperatures as well. But we had, like this morning, it was 22 degrees at my house. We can't have stuff outside when it's that low of a temperature. But I also have a tremendous amount of support from you guys, my YouTube community. So a lot of you guys are coming from warmer climates, and I know someone just emailed me from Boston. They're on their way. So not today, but they'll be here on Monday. You know, so they can put stuff out now, perhaps. I don't know Boston's climate, but I'm assuming they're a few weeks ahead of what we are in upstate New York. Anyway, so I'm not going to stop people from buying things, but I am going to warn people, if it drops below 40 degrees, bring your annuals inside, at least in upstate New York for the most part. It's really hard to gauge what people are going to be doing, and I'm not going to stop anyone from buying something because they're afraid they're not going to get it if they come back a month from now. I don't blame them. I had people who wanted a certain Calabricola basket. They came here, they browsed, and then they came back 2 weeks later and those baskets were gone. But you know, some people were keeping the baskets in their kitchen for 2 weeks before they were able to put them outside. Is it the best for the basket? No, but if someone wants something specific and they're afraid they're gonna not get it, that's what they gotta do. I kind of just want to stay in here all day, but I can't. It is a very busy day, so let's get started. I did work on the atrium last night. I want to show you guys. It's very welcoming right now. It's probably my favorite spot at this very moment, other than the big house, is the atrium. I have to create a pathway too for people to get to the big house. Look, all of this stuff needs to be pulled up. This is all the mum drip irrigation, but there's like muddy areas. So I'm gonna put kind of like rope off a path to the big house. I don't know, it's really muddy too. I'm really questioning whether or not to allow people back there, but I know some people really want to check it out. The rhubarb station set up. This is all bare root potted asparagus. So this is all gonna grow up and grow. And then we have horseradish and hops. And then Ash is in greenhouse 3, which is right here. And look, Brad got this out. This was inside greenhouse 3 since we bought it. It was the previous owners. He just said, no, you can have it. They used it to build the tables in here and left it. And I think he's going to take it away tonight. And guess what? The lawnmower's gone. Yay. Okay. So this opens up this whole space right here where the saw was. The dosatron is now up here. And then Ash is back here. Whoops. Doors are slamming. Ash is back here. She's pricing the Echinacea and Rudbeckia. We've got back here. Hi. So she's about to finish up in this house, and then we are going to have her pricing some other things. Now, most things I just have a list for, a list of all of my herbs are the same price, all the 6-packs are the same price, but the specialty things like these, herb planters, they all have different prices. So we're only pricing things that are kind of oddball priced. The rest will just have signs. One of the things I want to do in here to make it easier for people to get around is take down this middle row of baskets. But I can't do that until tomorrow morning because tonight's temperatures are going to be dropping down into the 20s again. And this is where I want to hang them, and there's no heat out here. So tomorrow morning when I get here, probably at 6 a.m., I'm going to bring out the baskets and put them out here so that there's more walkway space. Okay, we're almost to the atrium. We're getting there. Through the doors. Okay, and here's the platform that we built. I brought a couple things out here. We've got some of those cone baskets for sale. Look. This poor cone basket has turned into cornucopia because the nail that it was hanging on dropped out of the wall and it went boom right on the floor. So I have to do a little bit of doctoring on that one. There's greenhouse 1, and that's not what I want to show you. Ready? We're going to spin. And here is the atrium. Oh my goodness. Okay, so everything over here. Succulents. We've got some tomato hanging baskets. People can buy them now, but they will get a lot bigger over the next couple of weeks. And then over here, we brought the color, the fuchsia, or the lophus baskets, the pansy baskets. There's some calibrachoa. And then look at what we call little bouncing happy faces, because all of these are cool wave pansies. So these are in 4-inch pots. These are spreading pansies. These are going to look so beautiful. They'll spread quite a bit. And then down here we have some beautiful Delta Pro lavender blue shades. We've got the watercolors mix, guys. Remember you guys were going crazy over the watercolors mix? Look at this pure white one. Oh my goodness, they're gorgeous. Come on now. Look at that. Look at that. It's so stunning. And then this is the raspberry blotch one that everyone was so excited about. Look how pretty. And even though they're all in the same shade family, they're all a little bit unique. So these are beautiful. And then I brought a few trays of marigolds up here to bring some color. And then we have, the kufia, popcorn plant, cotton. Ooh. And then some stuff, the baskets still have a few weeks of grow time left. So these calibrachoa were actually the last calibrachoa that were planted. So they're a little bit on the smaller side, but they will fill out. So right now I am trying to figure out a solution in the first greenhouse because as of right this moment, you cannot walk because these baskets are too low for the walkway. I do have some hooks that are shorter, that are only 6 inches from the top, and that will bring the baskets up another foot. I think that might be the solution. Look at all the vining baskets in here, guys. Last year I had all the color in here. This year I have all the green stuff in here. All the fuchsias, the vines, the the dichondra, the hummingbird, all of the beautiful vining stuff is in this house this year, and I'm loving it. We've got the cone baskets, the lamium. Oh, everything in here is looking so good. These are the window boxes that I put together. They're starting to topple over the side. And then we've got some of the 4-inch material from P-Dubs. Look, it is really taking off. I've only had these planted for 2 weeks. 2 weeks. This is a supernova. They come in 52 size cells from 4-Star Nursery in Michigan. And then the other ones are also starting to take off. We've got lemon slice. These ones are a little bit on the dry side. I might want to water these in. And look at that double amber. It is such a soft orangey beige color. Moving on down, more of the double amber. These guys are looking a little bit slower to take off, but they'll catch up quickly. And then we've got, oh yeah, she's beautiful. You know her, you love her. She is Smitten Pink. I'm getting closer to the fan. It's getting louder, guys. Also affectionately known as Smitten Kitten for me. I can't get over it. We're starting to see some blooms on the new vintage coral. And then look at the double white. Double whites are looking good. This has my heart. Look at these. Oh, this is the Super Bells Doublet Love Swept, and it is true to the picture. Let me tell, oh my gosh, I need to go get my camera. This is an amazing photo. Wow. Okay, and now we're gonna move down here. This is the double orange. Very, 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 very vibrant, bold, very like a pumpkin spice calibrachoa color. I'm really happy with it. And then down here, you guys see the Bordeaux, the Royal Velvet, the Bubblegum. We've got Black Cherry. Those have not started to bloom yet, but they will be soon. I don't have time for another tour today. So I'm just gonna get to work. I have to turn the drip on in this house. I have to turn the drip on in number 4 as well. And I need to turn the drip on in number 5. So I'm gonna do all the watering, and then we'll get back to prepping for opening. Mom's here. Okay, my mom is in her car, and you can come in, Ash. I've got to run over to the house next door and get, I think I have a box of coffee cups. I have a box of hoodies and t-shirts, all the stuff that she's going to be, pricing and organizing in here. So I'm going to run next door. She's also, you see how messy this table is? That's a mom job. Okay, right now at this very moment, we're filling my car with recyclables, cardboard, bags of bags, stuff like that to bring to the transfer station, just to make the, a little bit tidier in there. Ash is actually going to take this cardboard. She uses it in her garden to help prevent weeds. Mom is restocking the Espoma. What do you got, Mom?
I got Biotone.
Biotone? Yeah, that's the most popular one. Bone meal. Guess who likes the bone meal?
Who?
The mice.
Oh, yeah, that's the one.
That's the one. They like it. They ate some of the bags that were in the barn. And in here, Aunt Jan is getting the sweatshirts all prepped and putting the extras and labeling the box. And so we know exactly what we have left. I actually have to do another merch order because these are all the sweatshirts I have left, and I'm running low on t-shirts. Okay, it is a 1:47 p.m. update. We have beauty going on in here. Mom and Aunt Jan working in here. We've got greeting cards set up so far. We've got keychains. We have some pins and some odds and ends. It's lunch break. Yes, 1:47 is a lunch break. But I went home and I picked up the kids. Still haven't started on this area. This is actually a lot of seeds. So I just have to take my seed packs and a couple other things and put it somewhere. And back here, you guys can see through, oh, Charlie and Axel. This is my son Axel and his friend Charlie. They're helping move stuff into the barn. It's not a garage. Oh my gosh, Axel's smiling. He's like his father. He doesn't smile for the camera, but when he's got his friends around, they're giggly heads. Wow, how efficient you guys are. And look what we have here. We have the first really lovely blooms of the season, so I'm gonna make bouquets for tomorrow. And then over on this side, we have some tulips. These are not in water. I gotta put them in water tonight before I leave so that they're nice and fresh for the morning. Speaking of tulips, it's a sunny day, so I know I'm gonna have more to harvest later today when I go home, whatever time that's gonna be. All right, in number 1 now, I just used the drip, and now you see how low these baskets are? I actually have, right now they're hanging on these hooks. And I actually have these 6-inch hooks. So I'm just swapping them out so that the baskets are a little bit higher so that people can walk underneath them. It's really not ideal for growing because they're so close together, but it is what it is right now. On second thought, guys, I don't think this is gonna work. It's really squishing the baskets, and some of them as you go down are more full, and I thought they were gonna hang a little bit lower. Maybe if I do 2 of the hooks, let me try that. Okay, so we've got 1 hook. I'm gonna add a second hook, and that's still significantly shorter. I'm sorry. I'm in between baskets here. Okay. Okay, now let's hook it. Can I get it? Oh my gosh, it's hard to see through my phone there. Oh, okay. All right, that's what I was picturing. So you see how that's up there and that's down there, and that's still significantly higher than the original hook. Okay, that's exactly what I was picturing. All right, I'm gonna double hook it. We're double hooking.
Yeah, once you get that whole started.
Charlie, 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 Charlie. Woo!
You can do it.
We're trying to hang my sign.
Charlie.
Okay, the sign is up. We still have some, signage to do with prices and stuff, but so far so good. Okay, so I just had Axel and Charlie bring over some baskets, and now we're just organizing them because look at the new shade house. This is the only way that we're going to be able to have people walk in number 1. All of these baskets were on the floor in the front of the first greenhouse, and we even have some in the kitchen on the floor. As they move out, we'll move these guys back over there. I just can't have people tripping all over in here. The boys are bringing the extra pieces of poly into the barn.
Where?
That was actual.
That was not me.
I think it was you. I think it was you. It's 6 p.m. and we're still moving on. I have Lysianthus tags. Look how Lizzie's. Here they are. We have Roseanne Brown and Cherry Chauvet. We have a bunch, Cherry Sorbet. We have a bunch of these flats. I thought I'd put a couple out for tomorrow. All right, it is currently 6:49. We're all still here. Hi. Blue bag. Floor by the register. Oh, wow. Everything looks so happy. Look at these. Look at these. They are so happy. All right. I am not really close to being done. I haven't done any signage yet. Okay, it is now 8:30 p.m. It's cold in here, actually. I got to turn the heat up, but there's only a couple things I need to do before tomorrow, so I think we're going to call it quits, and I still have to do a couple of pricing situations. I actually have like the price list right here, and I have to thumbtack them into the walls. But we just ordered some pizzas. Well, actually, we just picked up some pizzas. Brad did. I look like an elf from the Lord of the Rings. The pot's set up over here with the prices, and then look how dark it is in the atrium. Kind of looks cool. It's oh, I can show you guys the lights at night, because Brad put in the lights to get, because this gutter area was super dark. So let me kick open the door. Look, it's a party over here. It's a patio party. And Brad just went to shut the big house, lock it up. Have you seen the lights that Brad put up in here? Isn't that cool? So now we have light. Yeah, there's a remote on them. Okay, I just turned the light on here so I can make sure the heat is where I want it. In here, everybody's got their Sunday best on. You guys feeling good? Coleus Corner, looking amazing. These are my favorite begonias. They're the Fresh Falls Peach or something like that. But the lemon coming in hot. Really loving those. All right, let me check the thermostat. It is at 50. I'm gonna turn it up a little bit, but not much. Okay. You guys ready to put on a show tomorrow? That's right. Good night, Grover. Okay, the only thing I need to do right now is I'm gonna bring these daffodils and the tulips up to the front, and then I'm going home. Okay, we're going home and coming back tomorrow. So good night. We'll see you later. Thanks for sticking around. We'll see you soon. I was editing this video and it turned out to be a lot longer than I thought it was going to be. So stay tuned for part 2 where I go over Mother's Day and the rest of the month of May. Thanks for sticking around, guys. We'll see you soon.